Hey everybody, welcome to The Fountain. My name is Joshua Hahn and I am the pastor here. If you're brand new with us this morning, we want to say welcome to you and we're so glad that you've chosen to join with us. Now before we get started, there's just a couple of items that we want to make you aware of, and these are items that we mention each and every week. The first has to do with something that we call Connect cards. Connect cards are very important cards to our church family and they're located directly in the seats in front of you. These cards give to us a record of your attendance and they help us to know if you've made any decisions while you're with us this morning. Second, we want you to be aware of a very important website that we have developed called yourfountain.info. And so if you have a smartphone, I want to encourage you to pull that out and go to .info, and there you will find tools and resources that will help you while you're with us this morning. And finally, should you have any questions, we would encourage you to stop by Connection Point. Connection Point is staffed with volunteers who would love to answer any questions about our church family that you may have. Now, before we jump into our time of worship, there are three very important announcements that we want to make you aware of. And the first has to do with something that took place last week. Last week, immediately following our second service, we had a church picnic and a life groups kickoff. And we also want you to know that it was a very successful event. Over 100 of our adults have signed up for life groups this fall. And so we are very encouraged by that number. We're also encouraged by the fact that we now have 10 life groups here at the Fountain. And so if you have not had a chance to sign up, I want to strongly encourage you to stop by Connection Point today. Second, we want you to be aware of a very important youth event that's taking place this evening. Tonight at 5 p.m., our Fountain Teens group is going to be coming together to enjoy a meal together from 5 to 6. And then at 6 o'clock, they're going to be taking off to go to a concert at the Indiana State Fair. This concert is for a group called For King and Country. You can still sign up today, but we need a permission slip, and so stop by Connection Point for all the information. And finally, we want you to be aware of a very important event that's taking place next Sunday. The name of the campaign is Whatever It Takes. And within it, we're going to be talking about how we as a church family needs to do whatever it takes to reach our community for Jesus. In the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 22 and 23, the Apostle Paul talked about how he would do whatever it takes to reach people for Jesus. And so as we stop and think about this building campaign and this opportunity to have a brand new tool for ministry, we want to realize that whether it's a building or any other ministry or a leadership team, whatever it takes, we're going to do whatever God asks us to do in order to reach more people for Jesus. And so next Sunday begins that very important initiative, and I want to challenge you to be here. It's a very important time for us in our church family. With those things in mind, church family, it's now time to enter into a time of worship. The band is going to be coming out shortly, and we're going to have an opportunity to worship Jesus, our King and our Lord. And so let's do so this morning together well.